Chapter 5, Life Processes. 1-mark questions. 1. Define life processes. Answer. These are processes which together perform the maintenance job of the body. 2. What is the basic process used to transfer a source of energy from outside the body to the inside? Answer. This process is known as nutrition. 3. Name the form of energy stored in plants that is not used immediately. Answer. Plants store this unused energy as starch. 4. In which form is energy derived from food stored in the human body? Answer. It is stored in the form of glycogen. 5. What are the 3 main events that occur during photosynthesis? Answer. The events include the absorption of light, its conversion to chemical energy, and the reduction of CO2 to carbohydrates. 6. In which cell organelle does photosynthesis take place? Answer. It occurs within chloroplasts. 7. What is the function of stomata in leaves? Answer. They are responsible for massive gaseous exchange for photosynthesis and transpiration. 8. Which cells regulate the opening and closing of stomatal pores? Answer. This is regulated by guard cells. 9. Name an element taken up by plants from the soil that is essential for protein synthesis. Answer. Plants take up nitrogen for this purpose. 10. Give an example of an organism that uses parasitic nutrition. Answer. Examples include cuscuta, a marble, ticks, lice, or leeches. 11. How does an amoeba take in food? Answer. It uses temporary finger-like extensions called pseudopodia. 12. What is the name of the enzyme present in saliva? Answer. The enzyme is salivary amylase. 13. What is the function of salivary amylase? Answer. It breaks down starch into simple sugar. 14. Define peristaltic movements. Answer. These are the rhythmic contractions of muscles in the alimentary canal to push food forward. 15. Which acid is secreted by the gastric glands in the stomach? Answer. The glands secrete hydrochloric acid, HCl. 16. What is the role of mucus in the stomach? Answer. It protects the inner lining of the stomach from the action of the acid. 17. Which is the longest part of the alimentary canal? Answer. The small intestine is the longest part. 18. Name the 2 secretions received by the small intestine from other organs. Answer. It receives secretions from the liver and pancreas. 19. What is the function of bile salts? Answer. They break down large fat globules into smaller ones through a process called emulsification. 20. Which enzyme present in pancreatic juice is responsible for digesting proteins? Answer. The enzyme is trypsin. 21. What are villi and what is their function? Answer. They are finger-like projections in the small intestine that increase the surface area for absorption. 22. Into what 3 components are fats finally converted after digestion? Answer. They are converted into fatty acids and glycerol. 23. What is the first step in the breakdown of glucose that occurs in the cytoplasm? Answer. It is the conversion of glucose into pyruvate. 24. Name the products formed during anaerobic respiration in yeast. Answer. The products are ethanol and carbon dioxide. 25. Where is lactic acid produced in the human body during sudden activity? Answer. It is produced in the muscle cells. 26. What is the energy currency for most cellular processes? Answer. The energy currency is ATP, adenosine triphosphate. 27. Why is the rate of breathing in aquatic organisms faster than in terrestrial organisms? Answer. This occurs because the amount of dissolved oxygen in water is low compared to the oxygen in the air. 28. Name the structures in the lungs where the exchange of gases takes place. Answer. The exchange occurs in the alveoli. 29. What is the respiratory pigment in human beings? Answer. The pigment is hemoglobin. 30. What is the function of valves in the heart? Answer. They ensure that blood does not flow backwards when atria or ventricles contract. 31. Why is the separation of the right and left sides of the heart useful in mammals? Answer. It allows for a highly efficient supply of oxygen to the body. 32. Define double circulation. Answer. This is a process where blood passes through the heart twice during each complete cycle. 33. What is normal systolic pressure in a human? Answer. It is 120 millimeters of Hg. 34. Which instrument is used to measure blood pressure? Answer. The instrument is a sphygmomanometer. 35. Name the two components of the transport system in plants. Answer. The components are xylem and phloem. 36. Define transpiration. Answer. It is the loss of water as vapor from the aerial parts of a plant. 37. What is translocation in plants? Answer. It is the transport of soluble products of photosynthesis through the phloem. 38. What is the basic filtration unit of the human kidney? Answer. The basic unit is the nephron. 39. What is the function of an artificial kidney, hemodialysis? Answer. Its function is to remove nitrogenous waste products from the blood. 40. Mention one way plants get rid of waste products other than oxygen and water. Answer. Plants may store wastes in cellular vacuoles, shed them via falling leaves, or excrete them as resins and gums.